Hey, how you doing there, my dear friends? My name is Dan. I'm in beautiful, beautiful Oak Lawn, Illinois. Great to see you. My friends call me the man of mystery. That's my nickname, but you can call me Dan. Hey, there's a phrase that I've been hearing a lot lately. It's the phrase is virtue signaling. Have you heard this one? Virtue signaling. Now the phrase, as far as I can tell, it's relatively new, but the meaning behind it refers to something that's actually been around for a long, long time. Us human beings have been doing these things for a long time. Virtue signaling is basically when people find a way, you've seen this, when people find a way to maybe kind of subtly, or maybe it's not so subtly, indicate to others that they hold some notably good moral position. Typically, this is sort of a popular, culturally popular moral position, or they try to make it known in some way or another that they've done some type of really good charitable action. A person who's virtue signaling is really, they're trying to impress others. That's what they're drawing attention to their good deeds. The person who's virtue signaling is basically saying something like, boy, I'll tell you, did you notice how morally remarkable I am? Aren't I something? I surprise myself sometimes by how great I am. Now, based on the statements that he made, it's very fair to say that Jesus is not a fan of virtue signaling. He's not a fan of it. Here, I'll read you something. This is from the book of Matthew chapter 6. This is what Jesus said. Matthew 6. Watch out. This is from the text. Watch out. Don't do your good deeds publicly to be admired by others, for you'll lose your reward from your Father in heaven. When you give to someone in need, don't do as the hypocrites do, blowing trumpets in the synagogues and streets to call attention to their acts of great charity. I tell you the truth, they've received all the reward they'll ever get. Still in the text here, verse 3. But when you give to, this is Jesus, but when you give to someone in need, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Give your gifts in private, and your Father, who sees everything, will reward you. Hey, look, if you're really doing something that's morally virtuous, if you're really doing that, good. That's not bad. That's good. Wonderful. Good for you. That's awesome. Why? Why are you doing it? Seriously, why? What's the motivation? That matters. Are you doing this great thing, this good thing, just to be admired by others? See, we don't need the virtue signaling. That's not necessary. We don't need the trumpets and the fanfare. Not necessary. Let's do the good deed. Do them. Do the good deeds. Let's take the moral high ground because it's right. Because it's the right thing to do. And because God has been good to us. Yes?